Hello guys, this is Dr. Palaniappan Manickam. US have rejected Emergency Use Authorization EUA for COVAXIN. This has created a lot of doubts in people's mind that whether COVAXIN is really a vaccine. Let's see what happened. Let's dive deep into it. So all COVID-19 vaccines have been approved for emergency use authorization and not full authorization because of the nature of the pandemic. Just because it is called emergency doesn't mean that they had cut corners. It is not the upma that we make with Italy in a hurry at home. It is actually a delicately made biryani with all the spices involved which required speedy delivery and hence the name emergency use authorization. நம்ம பயல்களை கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எப்படிலாம் சொல்ல வேண்டியது இருக்கு பாருங்க. In particular, COVAXIN, because all the patient participants were Indian population, I will not be surprised if the vaccine is named as COVAXIN Tikka Masala because it is an authentic Indian cuisine, Indian vaccine. So then why US is rejecting EUA for COVAXIN is because US is in a better position to handle the COVID-19 pandemic now. Through their Operation Warp Speed initiative, they have invested $18 billion to develop all these Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson vaccines to a point that they have vaccinated close to 50% of the US population at this time. They are not in a need for an emergency use authorization for a new vaccine. Essentially, US is in a better position to pick and choose the vaccines what they want right now because FDA has decided to decline emergency use authorization from all the vaccine makers who have not dealt with FDA to start with during the initial process and also if the trials were not done in multiple ethnic countries. So Bharat Biotech's COVAXIN combined with the US company called Ocugen, they submitted the vaccine EUA request to FDA. They thought that they are taking a shorter route, but FDA said take diversion. So the EUA vaccine request took a U-turn, went back to India, and now the Indian vaccine became a US return vaccine. Does this mean that anything is wrong with COVAXIN? My friend Saravana Kumar is like, I know da. Any vaccine made in India is going to be a problem. That's why I preferred Covishield. வெள்ளையா இருக்கிறவன் பொய் சொல்ல மாட்டான். It's nothing like that. COVAXIN is an excellent vaccine which has very good efficiency. It is just that FDA doesn't need to approve it on an emergency basis right now because it is not a need. And that's why they have asked Bharat Biotech and Ocugen to submit for full approval and not an emergency approval. They just need some additional information, including the results from the phase 3 study. Getting additional information is not a very big deal for us. It's like a cakewalk. Ink irundale podum answer theriyamale additional sheet vaangi adichu thookuvom. Ipo vaccine kedachirukku vachu seivom. It is exactly similar to COVAXIN trying to get a movie ticket at the movie theater when the movie theater is completely houseful. Idume black la vitha enna white la vitha enna. So what is actually going on with the COVAXIN trial data? We did phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 on these 26,000 patients. The problem here is we don't have the complete information of the phase 3 study. Bharat Biotech's department have released a statement that it is 78% efficacious based on the phase 3 study, but we don't have the actual data. They have submitted to WHO, likely to be submitted next week. So they will analyze it, peer review it, and likely will approve in the next 2 months. It is just a matter of time and I'm not very concerned about it at all. So then what is the problem? The main problem is like my friend Saravana Kumar. He comes and asks me that, pal, because you told me I put COVAXIN, but now they're saying COVAXIN is not approved. Now I should put Covishield. I said, hey, don't believe in those rumors, die. And he said, I know this will happen. That's why I put Covishield long time ago and put COVAXIN as well. And I have made an appointment for Sputnik vaccine next week. Getting the first dose of vaccine is like an engagement. The most logical step is to get married to the same vaccine. But in the worst case scenario, if you cannot get the second dose of the same vaccine, this is what you should do. So let's take some clinical scenarios. If a patient got the first dose of Pfizer vaccine over here, goes to India and cannot get the second dose of Pfizer, they should start a fresh vaccination series with either COVAXIN or Covishield back in India with a 2-dose vaccination series. Same way, if a patient gets one dose of Covishield or Covaxin in India and comes back to US and cannot get the second dose, unfortunately, then they should start a fresh series of vaccination with a 2-dose vaccine series with Pfizer or Moderna, or a single dose of Johnson & Johnson. So if you are a patient who got 2 doses of Covaxin, please do not be concerned at all. You are completely protected. It is just that you might not get the vaccination certificate until WHO approves in the next couple of months. And if you're concerned about travel, instead of the vaccination certificate, you could submit the negative PCR COVID-19 test results. Essentially, Covaxin is telling Covishield, நல்லவங்களை ஆண்டவன் நிறைய சோதிப்பான், ஆனால் கைவிட மாட்டான். கெட்டவங்களுக்கு ஆண்டவன் நிறைய கொடுப்பான், ஆனால் கைவிட்டுருவான். So in summary, please do not be concerned if you got 2 doses of Covaxin. It is completely okay. You are completely protected. Covaxin is just postponing its success. It has not failed. Stay safe, get vaccinated. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.